for entertainment purposes only. But anyway, looking forward to a great weekend of college football. Brian Haddad sitting in, Ethan Boyd, Jeremy, Big John sitting in with us on the Coach James Hale Show. Coach Hale is away, but he may find his cell phone here a minute or two. He's probably waiting to see what we pick first before he does all this. I know how he works. But, Jeremy, this is the most looked forward to portion of the show all week. It's Jeremy's picks.
Here we go.
So let's get it going here.
All right, we got 10 high school games across the Panhandle.
Love it.
And we're going to start out, as Glenn Manley would say, Cottondale, heading down to Franklin County. 3-2 Hornets taking on the 1-5 Seahawks. I'm going to take Cottondale on the road.
Yeah, I'm going to follow that one. I think Cottondale.
Well, I've scouted both of the. No, I have no idea. Cottondale's got a better record. Give me Cottondale.
All right. So, Chipley making a little trip over to Tallahassee. Chipley undefeated, 5-0. Good ball team.
Yeah.
Good ball team up there in Washington County. They're going over to play McClay, 1-4. I've got the Tigers big.
Yeah, I agree. I think Chipley's going to put it on them.
Just take care of business.
Yep.
Similar type matchup. We've been talking about Vernon all year. Lost their coach just a few weeks before the season started. They've not gotten on the board yet, and it doesn't get any easier as they head down to Port St. Joe. So, got the Sharks big over the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, they look good this year.
Yeah, I really do like this Port St. Joe team. I think they can make a pretty deep run this year. But, boy, I just hate it for Vernon, because they have such good talent every year. But this is just going to be a lost season, I'm afraid. So give me St. Joe.
Yeah, St. Joe's only blemish is to the Bay Tornadoes.
Yeah,
So
well, that's going to be a lot of people's blemish this year.
All right, let's talk over a little more Gulf County. This is an old rivalry. It goes way back. A lot of bad blood between the two. The Liberty County Bulldogs making the 36-mile trip down to Weewall-Hitchcock. Liberty's 2-3. Weewall's 3-3.
I love Bobby Johns. And, usually they're a really physical ball club. They've struggled a little this year in some games.
The injuries are piling up over there.
And you can't, they don't have 80 people on the roster.
No, they've got to play both ways. And, small man football.
Games at Weewaw. Big rivalry game. Give me Weewaw at home.
I'm going to take my Gators. That may be more of a heart pick. But this game, we're at Bristol. You cross the bridge, you're down 7 points. I don't know why, other than the officials come out with shirts that say home cooking.
Well, they got to get out of there. So.
Right. All right. Let's make another couple picks. Chalktahatchee 1-4, having to make the trip to South Walton 4-1. I've got the South Walton big.
Yeah, South Walton.
Even though it's a larger school, South Walton's got it rolling.
Yeah, Chalktahatchee's usually a fairly decent team, certainly got talent. South Walton has not impressed me this year. I'm going to go with South Walton, but this may be a closer game than it should be.
All right. Now, we'll turn it to one more pick out in the Panhandle before we go local, and this is really a good ball game. The Northview Eagles making the long trip over from Bratt to play Bluntstown. Northview's 5-0, Bluntstown's 4-2, but Bluntstown's played very tough schedule. Played Wakulla. Wakulla's a great ball team. Mosley's given them their only loss. I like Bluntstown to knock off Northview and give the Northview Eagles their first loss with them making that long road trip across the Panhandle.
Yeah, I think Bluntstown takes care of business.
Interesting. Just to be different, I try and mix it up a little bit. Give me Northview here because I really like how they play. I hate picking against Bluntstown, but give me Northview.
I think we'll see this one again. I really do. I think down the line, this is going to be the
well,
first
that's perfect. Then Bluntstown can get the revenge game, and it works. Well, I think we have a caller
mystery picker
on the line, who might want to get in on this. Caller, are you there?
Red, white, and blue, Montgomery, Alabama, Detroit City, Roll Tide.
Way to bring the energy this morning.
Awful quiet. He must be sneaking around there.
How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing good. What are we picking, high school or college right now?
High school.
We're going to concede all of our picks, except we're going to make you pick Northview, Bluntstown. Northview 5-0, Bluntstown 4-2. Northview making the long trip to play at Bowles Field Friday night.
What's Northview's record again?
Undefeated.
I got Northview.
Okay. All right.
All right, Coach, we're going down in flames together.
All
I
right,
like it.
So we're going
Yeah.
to turn
Yeah.
local here. The
All right.
Destin Sharks, 1-4, coming into town to play the Bozeman Bucks, 2-3.
Bozeman.
Bozeman.
Yeah, Destin's one win this year
One
came
win.
against a Bay County school, but not this time.
Not
Bozeman
this
gets
time.
it done.
Okay, so Bozeman. I've got Bozeman as well at home.
Yeah, Bozeman.
All right. In the Somebody's Got to Win Bowl, Rutherford, 0-6, playing Arnold, 1-4.
Arnold, baby.
Arnold, homecoming.
Arnold home.
Arnold's kind of finally, quietly, they had a lot of people out in some of those games. Now, they probably would have lost some of them anyway, but Arnold's gotten healthier, and, yeah, Arnold's going to win this game.
I think Arnold's going to win, but closer than people think.
Yeah.
A lot of-
Rutherford plays hard.
they do.
It's a thin group.
And Bay is rolling. The Mariana Bulldogs come to town. Mariana's 1-4, not typical of their expectations. I've got the Tornadoes big.
Bay.
Coach?
Big.
Yeah, give me a Bay.
Big.
All right. And tonight, homecoming. As we talked with Coach earlier, great Navarre team coming in. Navarre's a difficult place to play, but they do not have to make the trip. The game's right here in the friendly confines of Tommy Oliver. I'm going to take the Dolphins to get it done and make a happy homecoming for everybody wearing the green.
What's Navarre's record?
4-1.
I'm going to go Navarre.
All right.
I'm debating. I almost wanted to throw that out as my wild card pick. I think Mosley's. They've got some big games coming up. They're going to struggle. The Niceville one's the one that is more on my eye. I think they'll win tonight, and then they're going to have some trouble in some of the remaining games.
All right, so you're going to take the
I'll
Dolphins.
take Mosley tonight, but I'm not so sure of the next two.
Okay.
Mosley picked Navarre for homecoming.
I don't know if you've seen the rest of their schedule. Navarre might be the easiest team
Yeah.
they play.
Yeah, they did.
Wow.
They picked them for homecoming. So
Yeah. I hope they do get it done, but I know Navarre is a really talented football team.
that's a great program. I mean, they're sort of a newcomer. I mean, the high school hasn't been around that long, but they've had some runs in the playoffs, and I've actually been to a couple of games there over the years. I mean, it's a raucous atmosphere.
Coach, I don't know if you saw, but Mosley's fired up. They nearly blew up the school last night at their
I
bonfire.
saw that. Yeah, I saw that. I think Glenn Manley was in charge of their bonfire.
Oh goodness! All right, so Ethan, you're taking.
I'm taking Mosley.
Taking Mosley.
Yeah.
Okay. Coach, I got one I do need you to pick. We got Liberty County making their way over to Weewall. Liberty's 2-3, Weewall's 3-3. We all took the Gators at home. I will tell you, I've got inside knowledge. There's a lot of injuries piling up over there in Gulf County. So, who you taking, the Gators or the Bulldogs?
Everybody take the Gators.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with y'all.
All right. All right. Well, that concludes our high school picks.
Rousing
here.
endorsement of our picking ability.
It
Yeah, I'll go with
it
you.
is. So we've got a couple places we differ. Let's get into a couple of these outside the ACC, SEC kind of picks that we make. Temple heading down to play the Fighting Gus Malzahns at UCF. UCF's quietly, putting together a program this season. They've got the one loss. Temple coming down. I think they're 2-3, if I remember correctly, maybe 3-2.
Isn't that one next week?
Is it next
UCF
week?
played last night.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
Hold on, I got ahead on myself here. Yeah, hold that until next week.
You know what's funny? When you started with Temple, I thought you were having fun with Coach. You were going to say like Temple against Fork Union Military Academy or something like that.
Yeah, hold that one off there. I got ahead of myself on that one. So, all right, Pac-12. If Pac-12 is going to be in play in the playoff, this is a big ball game. Utah at UCLA. Utah came into Gainesville, played tough, did lose. UCLA still perfect.
What, Jeremy? Did you pick? Did we pick the UC? You say UCF?
We hold that one. I'm a week ahead of myself.
that was next
on there.
week.
Yeah.
UCF played last
they
night.
They got it. They got theirs done last
I
night.
had. Well, that's what I was going to tell you. I had UCF beating SMU.
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
get that
Yeah,
one
you
right.
picked the score right, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, you,
Matter of fact.
you crushed that one.
All right.
I'm taking UCLA.
and who?
UCLA
Utah?
and Utah
Where's the game played at?
in the Rose Bowl
In front of 22 screaming fans.
from Utah.
Yes.
I'm listening to you. I got to hear you guys' picks.
I'm going UCLA on this one. I mean, I was really surprised they won last week, but they looked good.
Okay.
I hate UCLA because I had my pick of the year with South Alabama going out there beating them, and South
and
choked unbelievably
they
in
did.
that game. And I really like Utah. I think they're a good, solid football team. I actually was a little surprised they didn't close the deal against Florida. So give me Utah here to end the Chip Kelly little Cinderella run.
I'm taking Utah. UCLA's escaped
Yeah.
a couple of times. I'm going with the Utes on the road.
Sounds good to me. Utah.
All right, Ethan's going to stand alone there. And everybody had game day heading to Kansas for this particular weekend, when you looked at the start of the season. So TCU and Kansas, is the Big 12 going to stay relevant in the playoff, or does it come to an end? I got the Horned Frogs running over the Jayhawks.
God, this one's tough. All the intangibles say Kansas, game day, but I don't know. TCU's a better team to me. Give me TCU to win here.
All right. Another one for Ethan?
I'm taking Kansas. I think at home, game day, probably the biggest game of.
You're on the J train.
Yeah, I'm jumping on the train, baby. Big 12 champs, Kansas.
Kansas. Coach?
Horned Frogs, TCU.
Okay. Here we go. We'll
All
hold
right.
there.
Yeah, let's hold there. We're going to hold you through the break there, Coach. We got to get to a break, and then we'll come back and we'll finish up with the college football stuff right there. Well, let's talk about some of the rest of our sponsors. We've already talked about all of them here, but that Cajun Place. Coach and I won't be there this week, but that just means another table for everybody else. There's a lot of people who go out there, and they absolutely enjoy it. TVs everywhere, 75-cent wings. You're not going to find that anywhere. That Cajun Place. Chuck Tucker, South Oak Title and Closing. You don't want any issues with your closing? Get out and see Chuck Tucker. Turf Pro Pest Control, Paparazzi Gourmet Deli, Max Fit Sports Nutrition, and Buffalo Rock. All of our great sponsors on this show make this possible for us to sit here and talk like we know what's going to happen this weekend. When we get back, Coach is going to give us his $1 million lock for the weekend. 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Your home for the NFL. Listen to the biggest games in ultra-high fidelity. Thursday night football. Double and triple headers on Sundays. And Monday night football. The NFL and ESPN Northwest Florida is sponsored locally by Dave & Buster's and Instant Replay Sports Cards.
Good Thursday morning. I'm forecasting another nice fall autumn day today. Mostly sunny in the mid-80s and light northwest winds. Mostly clear overnight in the low 60s. Friday's going to be mostly sunny in the mid-80s. Water temperature in the Gulf of Mexico is 81 degrees. This weather forecast has been brought to you by KHS and Associates, your source for affordable health insurance. For 104.3 and 102.1 ESPN Northwest Florida, I'm meteorologist Tim Root.
Hi folks, I'm Tracy with Tracy's Fine Jewelry and Coin and Bullion Reserves. It's our 50th anniversary celebration. You've trusted us for 50 years to bring you the largest selection at the lowest prices. And now we're going to save you even more with our 50th anniversary celebration. We're giving you 50% off silver and estate jewelry, a select group of gold and diamond jewelry, and 60 to 70% off colored gemstone jewelry. 50 years of putting a sparkle on Bay County. Tracy's Fine Jewelry and Coin and Bullion Reserves. And you can take that to the bank.
Sykes Concrete has been in business in this area since 1947, and 3 generations later, they're still going strong. See Sykes Concrete for dirt, sand, rock, and concrete. They can handle any size job from the smallest to the largest. Sykes Concrete pays CDL truck drivers some of the highest wages in Bay County, making $50,000 to $75,000 a year, including holiday and vacation pay, plus health insurance. See Hugh Sykes at Sykes Concrete, 8030 Highway 77 on the right, just north of Southport Elementary School.
When it's your job to protect the world's greatest nation, it's your responsibility to solve the world's greatest challenges. This is why we search for the best and brightest, why we train for every eventuality, on land and water, in the air, space, and even cyberspace. We operate in a complex world with one simple mission: win.
Visit GoArmy.com.
I'd like to introduce.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show.
Milk was a bad choice.
If I could just have your attention.
60% of the time, it works every time.
If anyone wants to switch jobs, let me know.
Live from the J. Michael Studio.
I have many leather-bound books.
At 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Back at you, Coach James Hale Show on a Thursday morning, minus Coach Hale, but we've got the next best thing because we've got him on the line here with us. Ethan Boyd, Jeremy Pridgeon, Big John, and Brian Haddad sitting in for Coach here in his seat, keeping it warm for him. We're going to get back to our picks so everybody knows what to do in Vegas this week.
All right, Coach. Going to Starkville, Arkansas, coming off the disappointment to Alabama, getting the Fighting Mike Leaches, who are riding high after beating Jimbo and A&M.
Yeah, I picked Mississippi State before. They let me down against LSU. I thought they'd get the win there. But they can run it. They can throw it. And Arkansas's DBs aren't the best in the world. You saw Bama light them up in the secondary. I think Ole Miss at home is going to get it done.
Or Mississippi
I could
State.
be wrong, but I think that's what's going to happen.
All right, so you taking State.
Yep.
I like the pick. I'm going with you. I think there'll be questions about Arkansas coming back off of that last week. Everybody's banged up, and so on the road.
Jeremy, go back and look after people play Alabama the week after they play Alabama. See how many times they win and see how many times they lose.
Yeah,
it's unreal.
It is unreal. So I like State at home.
I'm taking Mississippi State as well.
Almighty. Arkansas is a little like LSU with State. They're a team that really kind of has our number. And every time I pick State, I might as well just bring a coin out.
Yeah.
And do this with a Mike Leach team. I'm going to take Mississippi State here. I should take Arkansas, but I'm going to take Mississippi State.
I don't feel good now about my pick.
Yeah, great. I know. Every day I know. If I pick against State, they do good. But no, I'm going to take it so I stay even with y'all on the picks.
All right, South Carolina at Kentucky. I got Kentucky.
I got Kentucky.
I know there's injury news out of
Thank you, Coach.
Lexington, but
yeah, I got Big John's back. Kentucky Wildcats get it done.
Yeah, I'm taking Kentucky on that one too.
All right, here I will go different.
Okay.
This is a weird game. The Levis news is not good for Kentucky. Line's already dropped in half, but Kentucky coming out of again, they knew they should have won. South Carolina's good for one big upset a year. I'm going to say it's this week. Give me South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait a minute, go back. Who's hurt?
Levis.
Who got hurt?
Levis.
He may play. They're not sure
may
yet.
not. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'm going to say with Kentucky.
All right. So this one should be a pretty quick pick. Missouri coming off of 2 daggers, making the trip to Gainesville to play the Gators.
It's going to be closer than you think. I got Florida in a really close game.
Okay. I got UF.
Yeah, Florida.
I got Florida. I don't think it's going to be as close. I think Missouri's just kind of, they can't believe 2 games they should have won. It slipped away, and Florida's going to have a plan for Luther Burden, so I'll take Florida here.
All right. I think this will be a pretty quick pick for us as well. Auburn heading up to Athens. I got Georgia getting it on the tracks after Kent State, Missouri, and it's going to be big, and it's going to be ugly, and it may be the end of the Harsin era.
Go Dogs.
Yeah, I got Georgia pretty big here, and I agree. I don't think Harsin's the coach on Monday.
I think you guys have not heard the news. I'm up here in Birmingham, and last night they got a call and just keep your TVs on. Around 6 o'clock, I think it's going to come out. I got Auburn in this game. You're going to be shocked. Everybody's going to be shocked.
You feeling okay, Coach?
Coach been into the wild turkey this morning.
No, listen. It's who all's going to be eligible to play. The question's going to be who's eligible to play. And this is something I don't think has ever happened in college football. And I'm lying. I got Auburn to lose. I think it's going to be the open week unless he gets totally embarrassed. I still keep hearing it's after the Ole Miss game. But if he gets embarrassed, yeah, it could happen Sunday.
All right. Speaking of Ole Miss, they're going to Nashville, have a good time, and also get to play Vandy while they're there.
Hotty toddy.
All right. I got Ole Miss as well.
Yep. Hotty toddy.
Ole Miss, but this may be closer than it should be.
Okay. So, anchor down. All right. On the Bayou, a little after breakfast, Tennessee at LSU.
Tennessee.
I'll go first. It's not a night game. They play better at home at night. That guy can coach. They're going to be prepared. They're going to play a lot better than most people think. But I think Tennessee gets it done. They're wearing the gray out uniform in Baton Rouge, which I don't get that. But anyway, LSU being their whites. I think Tennessee's got better talent. I think Tennessee wins a close football game.
You know, a couple years back, Butch Jones had Tennessee rolling, and it was scaring me for the Alabama game. And then I think it was A&M or Arkansas. They looked past, and
it was Arkansas.
They lost. And I've got a funny feeling the same thing's going to happen. I don't like road teams playing 11. I'm going to take LSU to upset Tennessee.
Ooh, okay.
All right. I think this is a very close game, and I think Brian may have the pick right, but I'm going to go with Tennessee just because I don't trust Brian Kelly yet.
Yeah.
Or will ever. All right. UNC at Miami.
Who's Ethan pick?
He took it. Tennessee.
It's okay.
All right. 3 more to go before we wrap it up here. UNC at Miami.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you, Jerry.
North Carolina at Miami.
God, man, I got to go with Mac Brown. I played for him. Love Mac Brown, so I got to go with Mac. I feel good about the pick. Their defense is pathetic, so I think it could be a close game. But I think Miami's good. I think Miami wins. I think North Carolina wins. I'm sorry.
2 bad teams. I'll take the home team. I'll take Miami.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm taking UNC.
UNC.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Tar Heels to get it done as well.
I'm on the island again.
All right. Texas A&M at Alabama, revenge game Saturday night. Bryant Denny, Roll Tide.
Yeah, I agree. Alabama's going to win this game. I'm curious who starts at quarterback, but yeah, Alabama wins.
There you two go again. All that rat poison. Same thing happened last year. The exact things happen again. What happens here? History repeats itself, guys. Come on, man.
No.
Yeah. All right, we'll put you down for Alabama, Coach.
Yep.
No, I got Alabama.
All right, and about 45 seconds here. Carter Finley Stadium, Saturday night. FSU get it done on the road, or does NC State send them packing with a second loss?
Florida State, baby. Upset.
I know I made the case for Florida State, but I'm taking NC State here.
Go Noles. Coach?
I want Florida State to win. They lost. They'll look better. I'm gonna stick with Brian on this one. I'm gonna go NC State. I don't like it, but I think they got a really good football team.
All right, great weekend of football coming up.
Yeah, it is. Coach, thanks for
Jeremy,
calling
glad
in.
to have you back, man.
Good to be back, Coach. Separation Saturday, because we all over the place on these picks.
Thanks to Ethan, thanks to Jeremy, thanks to John, thanks to Coach for calling in. I'll be back tomorrow holding down the fort with a whole new set of picks with the Friday Fun crew right here on the Coach James Hale Show, ESPN 104.3, Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida is your touchdown headquarters for the Mosley Dolphins and the Auburn Tigers. Plus, premier college and NFL games. Your source for the most live football on the Gulf Coast in a rich audio experience. 102.1, 104.3 in the ESPN Northwest Florida app.
Good Thursday morning. I'm forecasting another nice fall autumn day today. Mostly sunny in the mid-80s and light northwest winds. Mostly clear